Economic dependence is the reliance of an economy on other economies for decisions and resources, or on a specific sector for its survival and development. Economic dependence is manifested in the following ways or forms. 1. Direct economic dependence. This involves the reliance of an economy on foreign economic and political decisions. For example, Uganda relies on decisions of the IMF and World Bank, such as privatization, liberalization, cost-sharing in education and health, retrenchment, and so on. 2. External resource dependence. This is where a country relies on foreign factor services such as foreign technology, foreign skills, and foreign capital. For example, Uganda gets loans from the IMF and World Bank. 3. Trade dependence. Uganda relies on international trade transactions by exporting primary products to other countries and importing products like petroleum, vehicles, drugs, and industrial machines from other countries. It also exports to particular foreign markets and so forth. 4. Sectoral dependence. This is the reliance of a country on one major sector or a few sectors for its economic survival. For example, Uganda relies mainly on agriculture. The implications of economic dependence can be far-reaching and complex, affecting various aspects of a country's economy and its overall development. Implications of economic dependence in Uganda. It creates balance of payments problems, commonly called BOP problems. This arises from reliance on imports of capital, consumer and intermediate products, which leads to rising foreign expenditure on buying goods from other countries. However, Uganda has low earnings from her exports, and this creates a BOP deficit. It also encourages laziness, discouraging local initiatives. The country always relies on foreign capital and technology. This kills the initiative to develop our local methods of production, and the country continues to rely on other countries for such technology. It accelerates capital outflows in the form of profit repatriation. Uganda relies on foreign investors who bring in capital and invest in various sectors of the economy. However, these investors repatriate profits to their mother countries, and this slows down the development process in Uganda. It also worsens technological unemployment. This arises from reliance on imported capital in the form of modern machines that replace human labor in production. There is a low volume of imports due to low export earnings. Since earnings from exports are low, Uganda gets difficulties in financing her import expenditure, especially imports of important consumer, capital, and intermediate products. This results in the underutilization of natural resources. There is reliance on external resources, which renders the exploitation of local natural resources to be neglected. For example, Uganda's dependence on oil imports may cause underutilization of oil deposits in western Uganda. Leads to economic domination of Uganda by foreigners. Foreign countries and organizations on which Uganda relies for external resources like capital, technology, and skills dictate economic policies such as retrenchment and cost-sharing. Such policies should be implemented for Uganda to get foreign assistance. Discourages domestic savings and investments. Ugandans rely on buying goods and services from other countries, so the capacity and ability to save and invest is reduced. Worsens external debt burden. This is caused by reliance on foreign capital like loans from other countries, the World Bank and IMF. The country has sacrificed a lot to pay back the foreign debt with interest. The economy is subjected to inappropriate and undesirable external decisions. Uganda relies on other countries for decisions which may not be desirable to the country. For example, foreign governments may dictate that priority should be given to industries. Yet education and health deserve to be given priority and funding. This frustrates the population. Results into fluctuation of prices of agricultural exports. This arises from dependence on exportation of a few agricultural products whose prices are unstable on the world market, like prices of coffee, cotton, tobacco, vanilla, and so on. The unstable export prices frustrate the exporters, breeds political domination of Uganda by foreigners. Direct economic dependence involves adopting political decisions made by foreign countries and institutions. This causes loss of political independence in Uganda since major political decisions are made by foreign countries and donor organizations. For example, they moved to multi-party democracy in 2000. Leads to cultural erosion and social cultural domination. Uganda, well, it relies on foreign capital that at times has negative strings attached. These negative cultural values, they destroy the morals of society. For example, the promotion of homosexuality and lesbianism. You know, when they say in your country, negatives only. But when they say in an economy, give some positives. Now, let's talk about the positive implications and the measures to reduce dependence. Positive implications of economic dependence. It promotes economic growth, helps to cover the skilled manpower gap, helps to cover the technological gap, and helps a country acquire financial resources. Measures to reduce economic dependence include diversification of the economy to reduce dependence on agriculture. Promoting an import substitution strategy of industrialization is also crucial to reduce reliance on imported goods. Training of local labor is essential to reduce dependence on foreign manpower. Developing local technology can help reduce reliance on foreign technology. Additionally, providing investment incentives to local producers such as free land allocation, tax holidays, and the expansion and rehabilitation of infrastructure can make a significant impact. Encouraging local savings and investment is vital to avoid over-reliance on foreign investors. Improving the political climate to encourage investment is also important to avoid dependence on imports. Finally, carrying out proper and effective planning is necessary. Diversification of the market is another key measure. Now let's touch on a few important concepts. Economic interdependence refers to a situation in which two or more economies rely on each other for mutual benefit, such as countries in a community. Geographical concentration of trade occurs when a country relies on exports to a few markets. Commodity contraction on trade is where a country relies on a few traditional exports like coffee or cotton.